So I am an avid collector of vintage, if you didn't know. And I thought it'd be fun to show some of my collections. And for this week, I want to show my purse and bag collection. So I've been collecting these bags for many years. Some of these bags are from when I was probably late high school, early college, which was in the early 2010s. So I've been collecting for a long time. So that's why I have so many purses and bags. I also thrift them all. So, all right, let's get started. We're going to start off with a bang. I'm going to show all my Dooneys. This is the first Dooney Bourke bag that I have ever received. My sister actually gave me this purse. She bought it off of eBay, I believe, a really long time ago. And she gave me this one because she didn't like the style. She bought two. It came in a pack of two, or the listing came with two Dooneys, and she kept one, and then she gave me this one because she didn't like it that much. She mainly bought it for the other one. That was back in the time when no one wanted these, so I don't think she spent a lot of money on the two purses. And I believe she gave me this purse at the end of high school for me and the beginning of college, which was around 2011, 2010, 2011. Found this cutie little Dooney Bourke bag a few years ago at a Goodwill, and I really like it. It's super cute and small. I haven't used it recently because of the child. It's kind of hard using smaller bags, but I still really like this bag. I have this Dooney Bourke bag. This is my current bag I'm using right now, so it's filled with a bunch of stuff. I also found this bag at a Goodwill, and I absolutely love it. I found it, I believe, in 2018 at a Goodwill. I have this Dooney Bourke bag, which I found at a small mom and pop thrift store. I just really love that it's all black and it's kind of a bit bigger. If I have a lot of things to carry, I like to use this bag, and I believe it was supposed to have handles on either side. That's what these little doodads were for. When I bought it, it did not have it, so who knows where those things are. This is my last Dooney Bourke bag that I have. I found this one at a thrift store probably a year or two ago. I can't remember exactly, but I really love this one because I love how big it is, how big the pocket is. It is, though, a little damaged right there, but it's okay. No one's gonna notice that. I don't notice it that much. I'm gonna move on to my Coach purses. I don't have as many Coach purses as I do Dooneys. I did have more, but I sold them because I either didn't use them or they were very similar to the Coach purse I already had. First, I have this cute little Coach purse. I don't see this purse that often. It does need a little TLC though. A lot of my purses need TLC, but I love the strap. It has like two strappy doos, and I love the size of this purse. It's really nice, it's small, and I found this purse at a little mom and pop thrift store as well. Oh, and I believe I found this purse before 2020, so probably around 2019, 2018, I would say. Then I found this Coach purse in 2020, I believe, at a thrift store in the Valley. I don't remember the name of the thrift store. It was a little bit pricier. I think I spent $30 or $35 on this, which now is actually a good deal compared to what some thrift stores are charging for their Coach and Dooney Bourke purses. But I really love the style of this. I actually found Coach purse a long time ago when I used to live in Utah. It was very similar to this, except for it was more rounded rather than square, and I sold that one because I used this one way more, and there was no point in me having two very similar purses and only one of them got used. Then I have a more recent Coach purse. I don't really know the dates of those two Coach purses that I have. I'm guessing 90s, maybe 80s, but this one is definitely a more early 2000s Coach purse based off of the style, but I really like this one because it doesn't have all the Coach graphics on it. I like my Coach purses to be very plain. I found this purse, I believe, last year at a Goodwill, and it wasn't bad of a price. I think I got it for like $15 or something like that. This is what I call my fancy designer purse. It is a vintage Celine purse. I found it at a Savers a few years ago, I would say in like 2022. The Savers, I don't think realized it was Celine. I didn't even know what Celine was either. I just thought the bag was cute. I was like, oh, that's cute. And it was only $6. And so I bought it. And then I looked it up and it's an actual designer purse. And I'm pretty positive it's authentic. All the stitching is really nice. And the serial numbers match up to one that I found online that is the exact same purse but a different colorway. And I loved this little hardware. This is the main reason why I bought this purse. We're gonna move on to some bags that are not as exciting as Dooney Bourke's and Coach bags, but are still exciting to me. Like this gym duffel bag that's vintage. I found this at a thrift store a while back and it just says Burbank Bulldogs on it. There's a little dog on it, and I thought it'd be a fun like little weekend throw bag or something like that. I found this vintage camping backpack a long time ago. I think like in 2018, 2019. I think 2018. It just says official camper on the front. On the back it says property of. You need to put your name. No one put their name, and the address, and it says number 310 knapsack, made in Japan. I believe this is at least 70s or older. I'm not quite sure how old this is. I also put this string and this strings on it, but I really like using this bag, especially for flea markets. It's just a great bag to use. I call this my library book bag. I usually take this bag to the library with me and I put all of my books, my son's books, in it. I found this at the thrift store. Pretty positive someone made it, and I just think it's super cute. Very 80s, 90s, and it also has pockets in the back, which I really enjoy. A little coin purse in it because my library sells books for like 25 cents to $1. So if I find a book there that I like, I have some change to buy it with. Whoever made it did a really great job. And if someone did not make it, then you also did a great job. Usually the ladies at the library always compliment my bag too, and they always ask if I made it. And I said no. I thrifted it though. I thrifted this bag a while ago. It says Carol on it. Absolutely love it. I'm a sucker for any of these like wooden handle type of bags, and I like this one because it's quite big and it has a nice big pocket. If someone could tell me, I'm not quite sure what the use of this zipper right here is, but you can unzip it. I have no idea why. Someone please tell me. That's an option. I love Carol. This is the first vintage bag that I have ever owned. When I first owned it, it probably was not considered vintage, but now it is. And it used to be my mother's. It's a vintage Liz Claiborne bag, probably from like the 80s or 90s this bag was from. I used to steal this bag from her when I was a little kid and use it as my own purse. It has a lot of memories and I will never get rid of it. I found this purse quite recently, actually, probably at the beginning of the year, and it's this vintage leather bag that looks like a Coach bag. I know there's some vintage Coach bags that look like this, and that's part of the reason why I bought it. It's not Coach. It has this alligator print on it, and I love purses that have little handles like this too. It just feels like you're carrying around a little briefcase or something. I love a backpack, and I love a 90s backpack. This is a vintage 90s canvas backpack. I found it at a thrift store, and I also really like this bag because it has a ton of pockets. It has this pocket right here. It also has a pocket at the bottom, which is pretty cool, and a mirror. And it has just a nice big old pocket where you could just stuff a bunch of things. And also, this is one of those backpacks where you can zip up the middle and make it just one strap rather than two. I also have this 90s backpack. It's a bit smaller, you can't fit as much, but it does have a built-in wallet, which I really like. I just use this back as my wallet. It's kind of like that it's also facing your back too, so you don't have to worry about anything. It also has this tiny little pocket, which is kind of annoying if you overstuff it because I have lost some things falling out of there. And I also thrifted this little bag. I found this vintage Davies purse, a very unique purse, I would have to say. I love the straps and how they have these like metal grommet kind of things, and this nice big old zipper in the front. And I love the zipper tabs too. They're the little vintagey kind. I found this little bag. It reminds me of a grocery flea market kind of bag, and it is vintage Banana Republic. It's a really nice leather, and I do believe it's made in Italy. And I recently thrifted this bag. It just reminds me of a paper bag at the grocery store for some reason, and I like that. I use it typically when I travel. We're gonna start getting into more of the fun, crazy, kooky kind of purses. I have this crocheted purse that someone made, and I found it at a Deseret Industries quite a while ago. I just thought it would be a really great beach bag or just a summertime bag. And I love the handles, nice big large hoops. Like I said, I love bags with wooden handles, and I have these two. I have this one that I found at a Goodwill many years ago, pre-2020. It's just a knitted little bag, and it's so cute. The closure is leather. It has these cute little leaves on the side as well. And it does say it's made in Hong Kong. Like I've said before, I don't use a lot of these purses lately because of my son. It's kind of hard having a hand purse when you also have a 2-year-old that wants to be held all the time. So, and then I have this cute little purse that I found a few years ago, maybe a year ago. I can't quite remember, but it's a 70's little purse, and I love the fabric. And I found it at a little mom and pop thrift store. The fun thing about this purse too is that you can unbutton it and you can switch out the outside of the bag. So I can make a bunch of these little pockets and just switch them out, and I kind of feel like that'd be a fun thing to do. I have this cute little beaded purse. I actually thrifted this little guy at my favorite thrift store that went out of business. So a little sad about it. I think about that thrift store daily because I always see things that I thrifted around my house, and I'm just like, ugh. And I do use this purse quite a bit. It's a gorgeous purse. It's probably from like the 50s, 60s. I use it more so for weddings or special occasions. I always get compliments on it. I found this vintage sisal bag. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I believe it's from the 70s. I'm not quite sure. It is pretty old, I would say, just based off the leather. And I have not used this bag yet. Mainly because the strap deters me. I'm afraid it's going to break because someone already tried fixing it with staples. But I should just use it and have future me worry about it breaking. This is one of my favorite bags that I ever found. I found it at an estate sale. Someone knitted it or crocheted it. I don't know what this is. It's so interesting and unique, and I love that it was handmade, and I love these little tassel-y bits on the bottom. I do have to be wary of what I wear while wearing this because it is wool and it makes me itchy if it rubs against my legs. I have this gorgeous little 70s leather purse. My sister actually gifted me this purse, I believe in 2016, 2017. Can't quite remember. She gave it to me for Christmas / my birthday. My birthday's on Christmas. That's why I said it like that. And she got it from a vintage shop, but I really love this purse. It's very simple. It doesn't have all the crazy tooled designs or anything, but it does have an antler as a button closure, and I really like that. This is one of my favorite purses. I loved that my sister got it for me and spent the time to get it. I found this purse quite a few years ago. I absolutely love it. It's a 70s little purse, and I love the closure on it. It has a carpeted material on it. I'm a sucker for any old lady carpet kind of designs. I used to wear this all the time, and then it broke and I have to figure out how to fix it. It's just one of these rings. I wonder if I could buy a ring, but how do I don't know. I kept the ring still. It's in the bag. Speaking of carpet bags, I absolutely love carpet bags. They're my favorite. This purse is very special to me because I collaborated with Buffalo Exchange and I found this purse during that time, so I always have a happy memory. And I loved the handle. I believe this purse is from the 60s, and I have that Buffalo Exchange video still up if you want to watch it. I'll link it down below, or I'll link it somewhere. Then I have this carpet purse. I have not used this purse yet, mainly because the shape of it is gone. I'm not sure how to fix it, and I need to brainstorm and fix it sometime. And then I thrifted this purse at a little mom and pop thrift shop quite a few years ago. I think in like 2019. I have used this carpet purse recently. I love the grandma-ness of it, and I love the closure. It is made in West Germany, which I think is pretty cool. And also the inside of this purse has a little coin purse that's attached to it that I think is so much fun, and a bunch of other little pockets. It's a really nicely made purse. I believe it's from the 60s. And I thrifted this purse from the same thrift store that I was saying went out of business. So yeah. I saved one of my favorite purses for last. It's such a unique purse. I found it at a garage sale in 2020. It looks like a little picnic basket. It has a bunch of little strawberries on it. It has strawberries on the top. The closure is just this cute little snap one. And the inside is a little quilted floral lining. And it is by Nan. And I would have to say this bag is in great condition for how old it is. I love Nan purses. They're just so fun. A few years ago, I was just online on eBay looking at other Nan purses, but this is the only one I've ever actually found in the wild besides at a flea market. So I love her. All right, that is my vintage purse and bag collection. Let me know which purse is your favorite. I would love to hear your thoughts on that, and I'll see you guys next time. Later!